We're going to finish this ride strong. On deck, it's going to be Christ. Christ, you're on deck. We're coming to the stage right now. Please make it loud for everybody. Ben Ortlip!
Thank you.
Just need to move this out of the way. Because I'm recording. Myself. Because that's not racist. All right, so everyone's here tonight. Thank you, Rodrigo. Come on, give it up. Rodrigo, have you been to an open mic before? No, I think you should come next week. You guys want to see him next week? Yeah. I feel like he's got some stories. Right? He's got some stories. We've got Madonna Barbie, I guess. I don't know what's going on over here. Did you come from a show? No. This is just your going out outfit.
Yeah,
Holy cow, are you single?
Yeah, I am.
Next to her, we've got, what's your name?
Oh, Brian.
Brian? Brian said some funny things earlier. He's got curly hair. We'll give him some credit. So we got a lot of food service people here, so I guess I should stick with food service material. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
First food service... the first food service job I ever had. Wait, first? I don't know, but I worked at a Chili's. And they told me when I got hired at Chili's, they said, this is basically just fast food on a fancy plate. They ever said that to you at Underbar? OG is not. OG's the OG.
Oh, it's getting close.
It's getting close. What does that mean? Did they kill you if you leave or something?
Pretty like every day it's getting close to the top.
Olive Garden's like 2-week termination? Thanks for the notice. Expect a black rose. I got fired from Chili's because I went to Woodstock 99. Yeah, you guys all have heard of that? See the documentary. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the documentary. I'm going to tell you about what happened really at Woodstock 99. But first, I'm going to tell you about why I got fired from Chili's. I got fired from Chili's because 6 months before Woodstock 99, I bought tickets for Woodstock 99. And I put my notice in. I said, hey, I'm going to take this time off, this weekend off, go to Rome, New York, and I don't know, see what they did in the 60s, I guess. That was kind of my... It was weird because my dad was super strict. Wouldn't let me go to any... The only concert he let me go to was Goo Goo Dolls with opener, Fastball. Because he was a big fan of The Way, you know, the whole song. But he didn't let me go to any concerts. But then he let me go to Woodstock 99. I was fucking shocked. I was like, no way, you're going to let me go to this? He's like, yeah, you just don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'm like, well, that doesn't limit it very much. But okay. So I go to Woodstock 99 on my own. And I'm in the bus station, about to get on the bus to Rome, New York. And Chili's calls me. And the Chili's manager's like, hey, we really need you to come in. And I was like, I understand, sir, but put this in 6 months ago. Shouldn't be news to you. And he goes, well, you don't understand, we really need people. You guys have worked in food service, right? They will do anything to fucking get you in. Because if you're the guy who says yes once, you're fucked. They're like, he came in on a Saturday, New Year's Eve, like, call him. Just pressure, just put the pressure on. So this guy's putting the pressure on. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally like 5 minutes from getting on the bus. And he's like, if you don't come in, you don't have a job Monday. And I was like, you don't understand. If I left this bus station right now, came in, worked from this moment all the way till Monday, I still wouldn't make as much money as these fucking tickets cost through Ticketmaster. Well, their goddamn convenience fees. So he was like, well, if you don't come in, you don't have a job. And I was like, well, have a good weekend. And I came in Monday and I just was not on the schedule. But I went to Woodstock 99. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff now with the documentary about Woodstock 99, about why it happened. I'll tell you exactly why it happened. It's a very, very simple process, okay? For 3 days, they built a walled city, 2.5 miles of murals around a former Air Force base. That's where they did Woodstock 99. To get into it, you had to take a 30-minute drive from the city just to get to the Air Force base. Now, you're going up there 3 days. These people have never been to Burning Man before. They didn't know what that shit was. I didn't know what that shit was. Sold 32. But first day, people outside selling bottles of water. Guess how much?
$5, $6.
No, first day, $1.
Wow.
Second day was $5. Guess how much it was the third day?
10.
Exactly. Right. These people know business. So the third day, they're selling bottles of water for $10 And if you've seen the documentary, you know the infrastructure was shit. There was nothing inside. So people are selling bottles of $10 water. You got it. I don't need to say that. And the third day, they give everyone candles. For like when Red Hot Chili Peppers play, so they don't have to do their lighters, right? So like basically, they just put them in a prison, charged them crazy prices for water and basic services, and then gave them fire. And that's why Woodstock 99 happened the way it happened. That's 100%. On the bus leaving, I was like, let me step on the bus. You get on that Greyhound bus, you got like the 6 foot, Jaloomy step up for it. And I looked out over the crowd and I was like, let me take one last look at this place and like this splendor that I've been in this past 3 days. And I just saw fires everywhere. And I was like, let's get time, please. Let's get time. And that's all I got time for, so thank you guys.